Hi there, this is Bruno. I want to share a few thoughts on what I call the power of computer science. I've been asked for career advice by close friends and uh, like relatives and so on about career advice and what do I see, how do I see the future. And I have a favorite. Hey, if you're good with computers or if you like computers, you could pursue a career in computer science. You could if you want to go to college, you can go. You get a bachelor's in computer science or software engineering or any related field. I've worked with uh, plenty of programmers so far, and I could say the best ones that uh, I crossed path with were physicists, which pivoted their career into computer science and programming. Uh, here are my thoughts. If you're good with programming, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to be unemployed. Because you could find a job if you know how to program. There's a lot of noise in terms of AI about replacing programmers and replacing other jobs, but that's not happening in the near future. I'm sure that AI and ChatGPT and other tools make us more productive if we know how to use them, but they won't be replacing the job of a programmer or a computer scientist or a software engineer. For example, Ruby on Rails is a technology that I work with, and I'll give you an example. If you don't know how to work with the basic structure of Ruby on Rails, ChatGPT itself won't get you from A to B. You could generate code with ChatGPT, can help you like generate migrations and creating views and models and controllers, but if you don't know the basic structure of a Rails project, you're gonna suffer a lot because you have to sit down and learn. If you don't have like terminal knowledge, like basic Linux skills to work in a terminal, you're gonna suffer even more. It, Honestly speaking, if somebody doesn't have a basic knowledge of computers, he or she won't be able even to set up the development environment for Rails, or he'll have bad time setting it up. Okay, so if you're not sure what to do with your life career-wise, I could advise you, hey, take some time, check out some programming courses, see if if you like doing that. If you can if you can sit down and spend a few hours per day on a computer, that's the biggest prerequisite, I would say, because if you're not able to be sat down and quiet for a while, and with your computer working through code and logic thinking, uh, that's kind of challenging because programming takes a lot of hours for you to develop. And when you're learning the basics, it might be a little harsh because computers are not that friendly to us. You could, if you're programming getting started, it can be kind of difficult for you to get the basics right. But once you get that foundation, you could learn like anything. You could learn web development, app development, AI, and the list goes on. So this is my general advice. Computer science is a great career. If you can focus and study and learn, you could go to college and get a formal education. I may advise you, it's great for you to develop the foundations and the logic thinking of programming and computer science. But after you graduate on a computer science degree, you might not be ready to jump on the job or like code an application from A to Z. You're gonna have to learn a lot on the go. That's what I did. And I'm a computer engineer. After I graduated, I knew I wasn't that ready to work, but I started anyway. So I started developing, I started picking up like Ruby on Rails, Python at a deeper level, at the real world scenario. Because when you're in college, you have time to do, even if you think you don't, you have time, you can make mistakes, and teachers and TAs can help you, your colleagues can help you a lot, in fact. But in the real world, that can be a little tricky. You have to learn how to deal with things yourself most of the time. You could ask for help for your colleagues, but it's different. You have to be quick in seeing things. So that's my piece of advice. There's a lot to go on with computers and startups and careers in big companies, big tech companies like Amazon and Google, and startups, and also like regional companies, like banks and other kinds of companies. So these are my thoughts. It's a pretty good career. Payment's pretty good based on the average. You can start your own company and become an entrepreneur. You could start a startup with the knowledge of programming. So there are plenty of options for you to go on. If you're looking into entrepreneurship, if you want to start a tech company, I advise you to get some programming education, because even if you're going to be on the business side, you have to get an understanding of what's possible and what's not in terms of tech, in terms of programming. And of course, you won't get behind in conversations about tech. You know what you're talking about. You know what a server is. You know what a web server is. You know what a certain cloud infrastructure costs. So it's pretty handy to have the knowledge of computer science. I mean, even if you don't want to become a programmer, I would say it's a superpower. So these are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think, and have a great day. Bye.